Welcome to Harmony Baptist Children's Corner. My name is Dave. This is COVID Home Edition 68. 68 for August the 1st. Okay. Told you I was at camp a couple weeks ago, Camp Oneida. We went canoeing while we were there because I love canoeing. Actually, that's where I learned how to canoe. And so we went out on the lake, and it reminded me of the last time we went canoeing, which was at Algonquin Park, I think. Or, no, we went up north. But, yeah, we used to do, like, my wife and I, Donna, we used to do, like, the whole Algonquin Park thing when we were young and we didn't know what to do for vacation. It was cheap, you know, and someone said, oh, you should go to Algonquin Park, go canoeing. I thought, I learned to canoe in Oneida. I can canoe, yeah. It's the way we went. Well, I could canoe okay. I couldn't read a map very well. And there's this thing called portaging. So, we don't portage at Oneida. You put your canoe in the water, you go to the creek, or you go under the bridge into the lake, you know, and that's it. But when you're up at Algonquin Park and the lakes don't touch each other, you have to carry your canoe to the next lake. And they have a path, you know, and you carry your canoe and you carry all your stuff because you've got your tent and your backpack and all that stuff. So, here's Don and I, we go on the first, and we come to the first portage, and we're brand new. We don't know what's going on. So, get our packs on, and, you know, it's got all our stuff in it, so it weigh pretty heavy, and hers is pretty heavy. And then we lift up the canoe, and she's got her side, and I got my side, and we lift it up, and and the two of us start walking. I got the back, she's got the front, and we're, you know, walking along. And it's not easy. It's not like it's a, you know, gravel driveway, where, you know, it's like, you know, roots, and it goes up and down and around. Not real long. A couple of them are like a couple hundred yards. Some of them are like a kilometer and a half, but most of them are pretty short. So we go, and we're struggling or whatever, but we get there. We get the next one and put it down. It's like, well, I hope we don't have to do too many of those, you know, yeah, you know. So we canoe to the next one, and we get to the next portage. It is a long one. That's like a kilometer long. So, put on our backs, pick up the canoe, ready, 1, 2, 3, up, and then we go, okay, go, and we start walking. We get about a third of the way, and we pass somebody coming this way, and they say, hey, it's a lot easier if you just, one of you carry it, you know. And I'm like, yeah, okay, fine, thanks. And she and Dawn is like, maybe it's, and I said, just walk, just go walk, just walk. So we keep walking, and we're walking, and it's not easy, you know, up and down and around, and sometimes a tree there where the path will go down like this, and so we get about almost halfway, and another person passes us, and they go, hey, you know, it's a lot easier if you just put one person carries it, and me, you know, I'm like, it's okay, we're fine, I'm good, we're good, you know, I'm not stubborn or anything, you know, not at all, not me. So we get going, and we get to this part where you got to go down around this rock, and there's a tree here, and it's going this, and you go down, and we just couldn't do it. It was just one work, and the canoe fall, and then let it down, and it was just, we stopped, and she's like, oh. And she says, you know, maybe we should try it. And I'm like, fine. So I said, but you're going to have to stay here. I'll carry it, and you stay here. Stay with my pack. So I take my pack off, I lift the canoe up, and I carry it. Now, it's like I'm taking all the weight now, but it's kind of almost balancing, and there's a thing for you. So I go, and it's not as heavy. I'm not carrying my pack now. Okay, so you know, I walk, I get to the end, and that wasn't that bad. It was easier than I thought it was going to be. Put it that way. I was able to balance and hang on, you know, like, and walk, and it was okay, you know. So then I walked back to her, and at the pack, and it was a nice walk, and I got to look around and see stuff. And then I got back to her, put my pack on, and we walked, and we got to look around and chat and talk. We weren't doing that when they were carrying the canoe, and the pack was like, you know, why, you know. So we decided to do that from now on. And at the next portage, we got there, and we left the canoe, and we walked through the forest, and we were able to chat away and walk all the way to the end of the portage, left our packs there, and then walked all the way back into the canoe, and it was a nice walk. She walked back with me because, you know, what else are you going to do? Sit and wait? A couple times she did. But, yeah, you know, and then I'd get the canoe, and she'd walk, we'd walk back. It was nice. It was a better way of doing things. Now, it was only because I listened to that person who we didn't know. We don't know them, you know. Don't talk to strangers. That's what you're told, right? You know, but this guy gave us advice, and I grudgingly took it after, you know, fine, you know, and did it. And it was great advice. It worked very well. It reminds me of this time in the Bible. After Jesus had died and rose, and the disciples were kind of hanging around like, what do we do now? You know, he's not hanging with us anymore. We only see him here and there. And they said, let's go fishing. So they went fishing. And that's what they used to do before they hung around with Jesus. They're fishermen, so they're good at it. You know, they go out like way early in the morning, you know, 2:30, 3 o'clock, whatever time it is, and they're out there and they're fishing, and they got nothing. I mean, they're experienced fishermen, and they got shut down. So they're coming in the morning, and the sun's just coming up. That's when fishermen come in. They go out in crazy hours. But so they're just coming in, and they got nothing, and they're all, And Buddy's walking along the shore, and Buddy says to them, "Hey, how's it going?" Nothing, He says, "Hey, put your nets on the other side." Now Peter's kind of like the leader of these guys. And he goes, "We got nothing all night. We know what we're doing this morning. Whatever. Guys, just put them over." So they put the nets over. Well, it turns out that the net's filled, like, instantly. They couldn't pull them in because there was so much weight. The net started ripping. They're like, "Whoa," and they turn and they look back, and Peter recognizes. Now he says, "Hey, that's Jesus. It's the Lord." And he jumps out the boat, and he starts going to the shore. But my question about this is, they're experienced fishermen. Here's Joe Buddy on the beach. They don't even recognize him. That's how far away he is. And he says, "Put your nets on the other side." And they're like, "Yeah, whatever." But they do it. Why? Why did they take that guy's word? Why did they trust him? Why did they take the advice of somebody they don't even know? Now, it's not like me where I'm being stubborn and somebody's got a good idea. They knew this is not a good idea. You don't fish after the morning broke. You don't come this close to shore. This is not the spot. Like, they knew, no. But they did it. Why? I think it was because God just let Peter know, yeah, that's a good thing. I think as you age, I mean, you start off the same way you're learning. Your parents tell you, don't talk to strangers. And that's it, you learn. And then as you learn, as you get older, you learn that, well, it's not necessarily strangers, it's people you've got to be careful of. Like, coaches are strangers, but they help you out, and some people are nice to you, and they're strangers, so you learn how to judge people, how to judge character in that. That's part of growing up, and that's part of you. But what about when you're not sure? What about something like this? Like, what about something you're not sure of? What should you do? I think I've said it before. You should say, "Hey, God, not sure. What here I am in this situation. I want to do what you want me to do. I think this is it, so I'm going to do this. If you don't want me to do this, please stop me." All right? Just talk to God. That's the easiest and best thing. And don't not do something just because, "No, I'm sorry. I know better. I can carry this. I'm canoe. I'm Joe Canoer." Listen to people. Seek advice and listen to people. And when you're not sure, ask God. Say, "Hey, God, got some bits of advice. Help me out here, would you?" All right, that's all I got. Take care. Have a great week. See ya.